What's going on, people? What's up, Niner fans? Y'all ready for tomorrow? Because tomorrow's going to be a fun day. Real fun day. We're going to go into Lumen Field, drop our nuts, and drag these SeaThots up and down the fucking field. Plain and simple. There's some things I want to get into tonight. I had to write down a couple notes about some things that I've heard from some SeaThot fans, perusing YouTube and stuff like that. And it's crazy because I don't know, based off of last year, what they have seen with Seattle that makes them think they're a 13 to 15 win team. What changed from last year? Your quarterback is trash. Your starting running back has never ran, I believe, for more than 70 yards in a game against us. Your offensive line still ain't good. Nick Bosa and Bryce Huff are going to beat Abe Lucas like a drum and make y'all regret giving him that contract. So, let's start with the first thing I heard. That this game, I heard this from a SeaThot fan, that this game is going to be an easy landing for Seattle. Which basically, for people who don't know what I'm talking about, easy landing for Seattle, they're basically saying that they're just going to walk through us and push us around. And they're banking everything off of the preseason. But, it is what it is. I'm not sure why something like that would even come out of their lips. How they could, click their dick suckers together and say some shit like that. Look, I know you guys are going to run the ball a lot. You're going to want to run the ball a lot. And we know how you're going to try it. We know what you're going to do. Now, we'll see the adjustments Saleh makes to slow it down or stop it. But I will say this, that if the Niners get up and you guys are forced to throw, it's going to be a bigger blowout than even I'm predicting. So, because my score was 28-10. And that's me being very, very generous because it's a week 1 game. And things could be slow. Let's see. Oh, heard someone call Fred Warner a top 5 linebacker. That's mad disrespectful. I will not allow anybody to call All-Pro Fred a top 5 linebacker. You call All-Pro Fred what he is. 1. That's his linebacker. 1. He's the best in the league. And there's no doubts about it. Top 5? No. 1. Period. Another thing I've heard a lot of people keep saying they want to see how this dog shit safety that Seattle drafted, who Eman Wari, well, we want to see what he could do against Kittle. I'm going to tell you what Kittle's going to do to that rookie. He's going to do the same thing he does to Julian Love whenever Julian Love covers him. Punk him and take his fucking lunch money. Punk him and take his fucking lunch money. That's exactly what Kittle's going to do to your safeties. And don't put a linebacker on him because that's going to be even worse. I also heard some Seattle fans, they're thinking that their rookie tight end is going to dominate over the middle of the field. I really doubt that. You got all pro Fred lurking out there. You got D Winters with, some people might be like, well, it's D Winters. We don't know what D Winters is. There's certain parts of D Winters' game where we're not 100% sure what he is, but most Niner fans do know that D Winters' best attribute is coverage. He has the speed to stick with linebackers. He's got the coverage ability, or not linebackers. I'm fucking dumb. He's got the speed and coverage ability to stay with tight ends. That allows Fred Warner to do all his damage. Round the line of scrimmage, cover the middle of the field. So I really think D Winters is going to be pretty good this year, and especially if he could take care of a lot of the coverage stuff. Now, he's going to get tackles and shit this year too, but if he could do a lot of the coverage stuff that a lot of us believe he can do, we're going to see Fred play like that trajectory he was on last year before he broke his ankle. But yeah, I think that, so. And then another thing I want to bring up and touch on. This is to the Niner fans that I've seen on YouTube and stuff like that be kumbayan with these fucking SeaThot fans and picking against the Niners and all this other shit. Look, if you call yourself a motherfucking Niner fan and you're doing content online and shit like that, and you're picking against them, close all your motherfucking shit, all your content down. Get the fuck offline and go get yourself a real goddamn job. I would say other shit, but people might get butthurt. Call me mean. Say I hurt their little feelings, but I don't care. Look. SeaThot fans suck. I will not kumbaya with any of them. Especially when we're talking about a game, especially a week 1 game, and we're giving them credit that they can win this game. They're not going to win this game. They can't win this game. See, they all keep going back to that last game they played us last year, when the only time they were able to move down the field at the end of the game was when Nick Bosa went out of the game. The second Nick Bosa went out of the game, they were able to move the ball. Bosa stayed in that game, we won that game and swept them. And they're talking about how this defense is so motherfucking miraculous under Mike McDonald and everything else. We'll see. We'll see. So I don't think that's the case, but we'll see. Didn't y'all have Mike McDonald last year and we dropped, 36 on you in that first game? So. But yeah, it is. I'm not going to sit here and waste a lot of fucking time on this. Because Seattle really don't deserve it. I mean, look, your wide receiver core is basically in worse shape than ours is. I mean, hell, you're only going to have 4 up on game day, and you know, and in 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 Jigba, is he going to play the? He's got to play the outside now, not the slot. I mean, they'll probably move him around, but I think what Seattle's going to do is they're going to move Njigba around because they're going to keep him away from Demo. They don't want that smoke. But then he goes to the other side and they go over to the young bull who broke the 49ers rookie record for most pass breakups in a season last year. So we got 2 good corners on the outside. We'll see what Upton Stout's like on the inside. So, but yeah, I'm looking at this game is already over. I mean, I really feel Seattle already lost this game. I don't believe in y'all's offensive line. I don't think you're going to run the ball very good. If you do, you do. But it's not going to help you win the game. You know what I mean? So, and Niner fans, yeah. You wanna jump in here? We can battle it out a little bit and talk about it, Primo. But yeah, Niner fans, for those of you worried about CMC playing or not playing, the biggest indication isn't what the Niners said. It isn't what CMC said at his locker. The biggest indication was the call-ups from the practice squad from the 2 guys they called up today. Called up Curtis Robinson and Russell Gage, a wide receiver and a linebacker, and not a running back, Sincere McCormick. If they were that worried about McCaffrey, they would have called up McCormick, because that behind McCaffrey right now is only B. Rob and Isaac Guerrero, and I'm not 100% sure what type of shape Guerendo's shoulder's in. If he takes a hit, will his arm go limp like it did in that preseason game where he's got to hold it down to his side? You know, so I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like to see Guerrero in there, because I believe the last time Guerrero played against you guys, he torched the fuck out of you guys for like 9 yards a carry or some shit. And Guerendo's a really good receiving back. You know, dude used to play wide receiver. But like I said, not knowing what Guerendo's shoulder looks like, and it only being him and B. Rob behind McCaffrey, and they didn't call up another running back from the practice squad or activate him, McCaffrey's playing tomorrow. You know, so for all the Niner fans that are worrying about that, stop, please. Stop. Just stop. Because CMC is playing. Now, do I know if he'll be on a pitch count or anything like that? No, I don't. Really? Let me see. Fuck, I'm not sure how to get the link then. I thought that was the link. Let's see if I can figure this out. Nope. Fuck. Yeah. I have no idea how to get this goddamn. Oh, let me see. There we go. Now let's try it. So, I do think that the Niners shouldn't play. Who's it? Oh, our third linebacker, that Luke Gifford. I think they signed from Tennessee. I don't want to see him play a lot tomorrow because the dude's slow. He sucks in coverage. He might be good against the run. And
what's cracking, man?
What's going on?
Man, I'm so pumped up for this game, dog.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Man, they made a lot of motherfucking division games week 1 this year.
Yeah, they did, dude. I know what they were trying to do.
There was a fucking lot of them in week 1 this year.
When did we play you guys in San Francisco? What? Like not until
week 18.
Oh yeah, last game of the year. So
look at that. Yeah, and that's when we're gonna wear our rivalry uniforms.
Oh, that game?
Yeah, week 18's when we wear ours. I'm not sure what team y'all wear yours against.
The Rams.
Oh, your Seattle Ducks jerseys?
Oh, I do not like them, bro. The helmets are dope. I love the helmets. The helmets are dope.
I swear to God, man, the first thing I thought when I saw them motherfuckers was like, really? Did they just send somebody down to Eugene and tell Eugene, hey, make this jersey for us?
Yeah, I do not like it. I was expecting something else.
Look, I'm not a fan of the black jersey, the black uniform. I'm not a fan of the black for us because that's not our color.
Yeah.
But like I did say, there are some things on this rivalry uniform that I do fuck with, though. The gold letters for the name on the back, dope. The saloon font, I love the saloon font numbers. That shit looks fire. But just the black overall, not a fan.
I was thinking, I love our helmets. Our helmets are dope as heck, man. That's the one thing that they did right was that helmet. But
I think the Bills got the coldest ones out there, though.
So too. Yeah, the
Bills. Bro, the Bills are fucking fire.
Yeah.
Them all whites.
Yeah, the Bills, whatchamacallit, the Patriots, man, they got that Ole Miss look. But they are nice, so
I saw some people say they don't like the Patriots, but I kind of like them. I do.
I do too.
And then to me, the green for the Jets is so dark it just looks black. It almost looks like they're trying to copy the Raiders.
Well, no, they're doing the Gotham.
Right. But I mean, to me, when I looked at the pictures, it's like all I see is black and silver.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just Raider shit.
And then who else is in that division?
You got, let's see, Patriots, Bills,
Miami.
Jets, and Miami.
Yeah, Miami's jerseys don't look good at all.
Well, those colors don't look good on a black uniform.
No.
What they should have done, like Miami Vice type shit.
Yeah,
they should have went that way.
Look, I know. I'm just hoping that the jersey sales don't do good because in baseball, there's a few teams that redid their City Connects,
and they kept them because the jersey sales were good, huh?
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't know if the NFL is doing this just. I think from what I read, I think it's going to be like a 3-year thing.
I hope so, man, because
in the second year, they might add 8 more teams. But then it'd have to be 4 years if they do 8 teams at a time to get all 32.
Yeah. I think
But
that's what they're trying to do.
yeah, they're doing 2 divisions at a time.
Yeah.
The
One for me.
Rams, I don't even know what the fuck they did with theirs.
Yeah, you know what they should have done is kept their old school vibe.
You know what they should have done was thrown their shit in the garbage and burnt their stadium down.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Man, I haven't been on YouTube in a minute, dog. I don't even go to YouTube no more.
Fuck, it's week 1. I gotta
Yeah,
get on
no.
here and say some shit.
So
Fuck this.
okay, what's your thoughts about our team? And I'll give you your thoughts about your team.
I don't think that your guys' offensive line is where I keep hearing a lot of Seahawk fans say it's at. Like they're looking at basically what they're saying is from what I'm getting is your offensive line is automatically fixed just because you got a new offensive coordinator.
Well, I mean, obviously, the pick of Greg Zabel, but
I'm not saying
I will say this is what I will say.
You couldn't have one good player on the line. I'm talking all together, though.
Oh, you don't think Charles Cross is good? I mean, I think he's a solid. I think he's a solid left tackle. I think he was a little better than Russell Kuhn.
He might be solid, but how is he against speed rushers?
I think he's pretty good at it. He's a solid left tackle. He's not no Walter Jones.
I will say this: Abe Lucas is going to get beat up bad because I think. What the fuck?
Is it my phone?
Yeah, it's got some kind of static. Unless you're got your phone close to your computer or something.
Hold on, is it better now?
A little bit. You might have been close to some electric device.
Hold on, let me just fix it.
I think the last time Bosa played against Abe Lucas, didn't he have like 14 pressures?
Hold on. I'm going to get on my computer. How long are you going to be live at? I'm going to get on my computer and I'll do it that way.
All right.
All right. I'll be back. Peace.
All right. All right. Primo will be back. I'll add him back when he's ready. Let's see. Sorry, people. Just had to grab my phone real quick. Yeah, I think I don't think Seattle's full offensive line, like I was saying, is. We'll see. It's just this is a hard running system to pick up, is what I'm saying. It takes a while. This is a very complicated running scheme. So, and if their offensive line isn't up to snuff, then they're going to have a lot of trouble, especially trying to run that outside zone and things like that, especially with our linebackers because they're super, super fast and, know what to look for, the keys to look for. Because our two main linebackers have played in this for years and they know the keys to look for, to trigger on, and things like that. So if their O line ain't ready, you'll know it early on. The defensive line, I think, is the strength of Seattle's defense. Just because they got names up there and they got some guys that could play, but I don't know who their linebackers are. And then their DBs, wasn't one of them benched last year? Didn't Reed get benched for something last year? Witherspoon's their best one. I'm not sure who in the hell he's going to be covering. Their safeties, I know Julian Love is one of them. I'm not sure who the second one is. Did they move Kobe Bryant to safety? I mean, so I mean, because I don't think E-Man Warrior is going to start, and I don't think E-Man Warrior is going to play most of the game unless Mike McDonald runs some 3 safety looks and uses him as a de facto third linebacker. Since he's fast, he can play close to the line of scrimmage and help with the run game. I don't know. But it's going to take a lot to stop Kittle. Because if everything I've heard comes to fruition, then Kittle is going to be on one this year. It's sounding like it's going to be a huge double-digit touchdown year, probably a good 1,100 yard season for George Kittle this year. So, and if Kittle gets 55 catches and 1,200 yards this year, he passes T.O. He passes T.O. for number 2 all time on the 49ers receiving list. Number 2 behind Jerry Rice all time. Yards and receptions as a 49er. So yep. So, and we'll see what we're going to do, how we're going to use JJ. Will JJ start outside? Will they maybe put Russell Gage outside? Put JJ in the slot and let him abuse their slot DB. That way, because JJ doesn't get a lot of separation as a route runner. I mean, he's a big body dude. He's got good hands. He can box people out. But when you're going up against bigger DBs that are around your size, that's kind of hard to do. I'm not saying JJ ain't up for the challenge. I'm just saying I think it'd be advantageous for the Niners to use JJ in the slot a little bit more. Because I think JJ could get open, especially if we're running a lot of stuff over the middle and you get those in-breaking routes and JJ gets lost in the trash somewhere and just gets open, outside the numbers or down the seam, something like that. Last year, he was able to get deep quite a bit. We'll see if that happens again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better. It don't sound all staticky.
Hold up. Man. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems every time I move my phone next to my laptop, it gets hella fucking weird. But look, the one thing I will say about your offensive line is there are going to be times you're going to watch this game and you're going to get pissed and be like, yo, they missed the fucking block or this or that, because this running scheme that Seattle's trying to implement this year and switching to, this is more complicated than the passing game to learn. That's the blocks, and it's a crazy ass hard run scheme to learn. So you'll see a better running game from your team toward the end of the year. I can tell you that much. But week one, it might not look how a lot of Seahawk fans want it to look. Initially, anyway. But yeah, I just want to. I want to see if Michael Williams is really the run stopper they say he is. Because I want to see us play him on the outside on first and second downs and move him inside on third down and be a pass rusher over the guard. Now, what if Gray Zabel turns out not to be what everybody thinks he is? I mean, I get he looked good in preseason, stuff like that, and he's probably looked good in camp. But, you know, he did come from an FCS school. I mean, I really don't know how big of a deal that makes, but a lot of people seem to put a lot of stock in stupid shit like that. Anytime I mention something like that about a Niners player, the first thing I get is, well, they were FCS. Okay. The fuck does that mean? So, who the hell are your linebackers? Ugh. I think Primo's having some technical difficulties right now. So, but yeah, so everybody enjoy how the NFL made a shit ton of cash in week one already because of the KC Chargers division game in Brazil. They're really pushing this product overseas like a motherfucker. I didn't think they'd go week one international. Nah, I didn't think week one would be international. That's some wild shit. That's some crazy, crazy shit. So, oh, your mic is fucked up. Man, quit buying your shit at Walmart, bro. Yeah, I just got me a whole like actual podcast microphone, so I didn't have to deal with like headphone mics and shit like that. See? So seems to I don't ever seem to have much issues with it. So, because with these headphones, you never know how the shit's gonna sound on the mics on them. So I don't even fuck with that no more. I use them so that I can still hear people, but nah, all my audio comes from my podcast mic. So, but yeah, this game is going to be fun. And if it turns out to be true, that shit I read about whatever ticket place that was that came out and said 53% of the tickets sold are from 49er fans, that's going to be crazy. Because you hear a bunch of 49er chants in Lumen Field. That's going to be nuts. Oh, Primo got to work on something. Oh, I want to say a shout out JD in Sacktown, or I saw the pic you posted on YouTube, standing in front of the Space Needle, giving the bird. Good shit.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Finally, dude. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, my bad, dude. All right.
So yeah, JD's up there in Seattle.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to make it into that to this game, but I decided not to because I might go to Arizona.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah,
So,
but yeah, JD, he posted a picture on YouTube. He's standing in front of the Space Needle flipping it off.
oh, yeah.
And then Frank Gore was at the Seattle Faithful chapter, their hangout they were doing up there, and he's on the mic saying fuck the birds or fuck the Hawks.
Wow.
Yeah, Frank Gore got everybody chanting fuck the Hawks.
All right. Let's get into this because here's my thoughts. All right. So Abe Lucas, his first year for his first game against you guys, he allowed 4 sacks, and that was in 2022. 2023, he was hurt, and then 2024, he only allowed 1 sack against you guys, and so that was it. The 4 sacks became 2. It was in 2 games, and that was his rookie season. So
yeah,
but I mean, we paid him the money. He just got a fat contract, and I'm not saying our offensive line is fixed, but I'm liking what we did on the left side of the line because the line.
So,
go ahead.
Is it your right guard or your center that has back problems right now? Because don't one of your offensive linemen like have a hurt back or something?
Yeah, I think it's Anthony Bradford, which
I think they're gonna play, but I know they got a hurt back, right?
Yeah, he does, and I think it's Anthony Bradford.
That your right guard?
Yeah. But our center, I've always thought this kid was good because this kid can lead up with the block.
I don't care. I don't even talk about my. I don't even talk about my center. So.
Oh really?
No, I'm not a fan. I've been on here a few times already saying by the end of the year I think he's going to lose his job to the undrafted kid we got out of Colorado State that's dating Brock Lesnar's daughter.
Oh yeah. So, but I will say this, man. We got this fullback, dog, man. I love this fullback, man. This kid is strong as
The kid's
fuck.
huge. Ain't he like 270 fucking pounds?
Yeah, dude, he is strong. And plus, he can get onto the flat like he obviously did in a playoff in a preseason game against Kansas City, and but he can run too. So
I'm trying to
Go ahead.
Because I know how your offense works and I know how it's going to work because I've
Yeah.
seen it for the last 9 years. It's the same goddamn offense. But I'm just trying to figure what fucking linebacker is, and as far as your passing game goes, what goddamn linebacker are you guys going to try to target? Because it's not going to be smart if you try that.
I, I don't know how our offense is going to look, to be honest with you, because I haven't seen it to full capacity.
Well, I
But
know how they're going to try to operate it.
man, where Kubiak, I like the way how he rolls with the offense. I like what he does, and especially on the offensive side. But from what I've seen in preseason, but I don't know, man. This is a whole different system with the whole different we don't got
Mm-hmm.
anymore. We got completely new receivers. I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping this kid will start at a Colorado State, Horton, who is obviously pretty good because he's got the starting job. Um, so I think he's going to be a third receiver.
He's going to have to be. You guys only have 4 active receivers for this game.
Yeah. So, and then because Jake Bob was out this game too.
Yeah,
So
with a concussion.
yeah. So, but honestly, yeah, man, I think
So is JSM playing on the outside this year?
he's gonna play inside, outside. He does it all. He lines up from all positions.
Yeah,
That's
but with Cooper Cup, I don't see him playing on the inside as much.
But don't Cooper Cup play for inside as well? Well, yeah, I guess he's gonna have
That
to.
that that that's what I'm saying. With Cooper Cup there, Cooper Cup's better on the inside, especially being older. I'd trust him more on the inside since
Yeah,
he's 32 now. So that means JSN's going to have to play outside a lot more.
yeah, he's gonna have to play outside. And plus, I like our tight ends. I'm not saying they're not no Travis Kelsey or nothing like that, but they can block their ass off, man. This kid Elijah
Well,
Arroyo.
Kelsey can't block to save his
Yeah,
life.
well,
Still.
yeah, either. But what I'm saying
And
is,
Kelsey likes to hurt his own wide receivers.
yeah, that's true.
Fucking dickhead.
But anyways, Elijah Arroyo can block. This AJ Barner can block as well. But the thing about Arroyo, he can get open. He's that vertical threat from our
So
tight end
is Arroyo tight end 2 or 3?
too. Is AJ
So
Barner?
so because you guys are going to run a lot of 2 tight end sets, so it's going to be Arroyo and Barner on the field a lot together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Richard Barner is a dog, man. I think he's a dog, man. I think he's coming up in the game. He proved himself last year. I thought he was way better than Noah Fant. Because Noah Fant did do nothing for us since he started. Since he's been here. So, but I'm honest. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. As far as
The
our defense,
hardest part, the hardest part about your guys' offense, and this is where you'll be able to see tomorrow how much work you guys are going to still have to do in the run game and stuff like that, because the run game in this scheme and the way it is taught and everything like that, the run game is harder to learn than the passing game in this offense.
yeah. We'll see, but
And
this,
and
I don't.
Shanahan has said that, Bobby Turner has said that, everybody said, they said it's just hard because every offensive lineman, whenever y'all either go left or right, they all got to move with the same. It almost looks like a ballet when it's running right.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I think Charbonnet. I think he has a bright
He'll
future with
be
the team.
he'll be your RB1 by the end of the year.
Yeah, I know without a doubt because
Because
I like K9 and stuff like that, but he's too much east to west, man. I like a guy that just punches right through the hole and
that's something. See, this could be a way worse matchup than a lot of Seattle fans are thinking. I get it. We got some young players on our defense,
but see, here's
but
the thing.
but running the outside zone, especially when you got a linebacker like Fred Warner who's been practicing against this and knows this offense and knows the keys to trigger. You know, he knows how to stop this type of stuff.
Okay, let me say this about your team. I think this is what I think. Honestly, you guys are a top heavy team now, which means
no doubt.
which means that you guys don't have the backups like you used to have. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that back like you guys used to have.
Our deepest group is
so us tomorrow is about what you guys have.
Yeah, our deepest group is D tackle.
Yeah. But you get what I'm saying. I think you're top heavy now. It's no longer
Yeah. Because we have so much youth that we don't know what it is. If it's gonna be at the top, if it's gonna be in the middle as far as depth. Oh no, I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, because we could end up having a new starting safety by the end of this game. I'll just put it that way. Because if Jair Brown is starting, I'm not 100% sure who our second starting safety is going to be yet. But if Jair Brown's starting, I could see Kubiak trying to target him in the passing game. That could be a problem for us.
Yeah.
And if it is, I could see him getting benched real quick. Salah's not going to put up with that bullshit. Salah put the rookie in there, and the rookie that runs 4.37 and can play over the top is a whole lot better than a safety that is more suited for the box and can't play over the top because he's not as fast. So,
yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck Jason Pinnock's going to do. I didn't even know the guy was a safety. I always thought Jason Pinnock was a DB because when he was with the Giants and Jets, I think that's what he played.
Yeah, he played safety with the Giants.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he played DB with the Giants. Okay.
No, I thought he was always a safety.
Oh, see, I always thought he was. Yeah, I had that. Yeah, no, I always thought he was a DB, but okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense then why they got him playing safety. Now, your starting safeties are still Julian Love, but is your second one Kobe Bryant?
No, I think it's a package with him and Nick and Maury. So there's gonna be I see what they're doing now because the package. I think if it's like a 3 wide receiver, let's say you guys are gonna run with a 3 wide receiver tight end, and then your running back and your quarterback. I think that's when the 3 set tight safeties comes in because Kobe Bryant and Julian Love could take that on top, and then Nick Maury could take the bottom. So he's going to be more of a box safety.
He's going to be like in those 3 safety sets. Basically, he's going to play as a safety hybrid linebacker, right?
Yeah.
He's more talented and faster, so he's going to be a faster, more talented fucking Jamal Adams.
Yeah,
Mr. Can't cover.
You can't cover for nothing. Yeah. From what I've seen from this kid's highlights, man, this kid could cover, man, and he can get to the ball fast. That's what I like about him. I understand why they want to go get him. I knew they were going to get him I thought they were going to get him in the first round.
They wanted to.
They wanted to, but I understand why that's why they wanted to trade up. But honestly, I think it's still going to be a tough game for us. But it's going to be interesting how it goes because I haven't seen our wide receivers that much out there. as much, and then and I'm just interested to see how it goes.
Look, just hope your OC don't get some dumb shit like Kyle Shanahan does sometimes, calling these plays and decides he wants motherfucking Sam Darnold doing 5-7 step drops and just go straight drop back passing the whole fucking game,
Oh,
because it's going to fuck you
that,
over.
that Madden game.
Boy, it's going to fuck you over bad.
Yeah.
Because I would not trust. Look, everybody may. Well, look at Sam Darnold last year. He was not only he with Kevin O'Connell, he could just throw the ball up anywhere. He had goddamn Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
I mean, really, bro? I could fucking throw the football with Justin Jefferson out there.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you guys got to realize the coach he had, who's very quarterback friendly. That's why I don't believe J.J. McCarthy will be a total bust, because of Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson.
I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it with that dude. I'm sorry. I don't see it.
I didn't say he's going to be some superstar. I just don't think he'll be like a total bust. But yeah, I can see where you're coming from, because I mean, he wasn't that great at Michigan.
No, he wasn't.
He really wasn't. It was a Jim Harbaugh offense at Michigan. Run the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Like, look how good goddamn Justin Herbert looked. When has Justin Herbert ever looked that good?
Yeah.
They run the ball a lot. You know, they dial up easy pass plays for Justin Herbert. Let him use his legs a little bit, get outside the pocket. I've seen that offense before, and it was when Harbaugh was our coach. I know exactly. He's going to put up decent numbers this year, and Chargers are going to make the goddamn playoffs. I would not be surprised if they win that division.
Yeah. So as far as your offensive side, what do you guys think that how you guys might play?
I think our offense will be fine. That's the one area of this team I am not worried about at all. We're still going to be able to move the ball. I think we're going to score points. I'm not concerned with our offense. Christian McCaffrey is going to be playing. And then bringing in another, huh?
But that's what I don't get, though, man. Is your coach says one thing about Christian McCaffrey, and then Christian McCaffrey's like, no, I'm going to play. Like,
well, he is playing. It's like I was saying, if he wasn't going to play when we did the 2 players we brought up from the practice squad today was a linebacker and a wide receiver. Well, we only have 2 backs behind McCaffrey right now. We got Brian Robinson, who I think is a really good running back. And then
that's all a good running back.
Yeah, and then we got Isaac Guerendo, and I don't know if Guerendo's shoulder is totally healed yet or not. So if it's not, and McCaffrey ain't going to play, then why the fuck didn't we bring up another running back from the practice squad?
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? So just with that move alone, I don't give a fuck what the coaching staff is saying. I don't care what McCaffrey's saying. McCaffrey's playing. Just the action, that action right there, I'm just looking at it like, yeah, no, McCaffrey's playing. McCaffrey's playing. Now, will he be on a pitch count? That I don't know. But I would like to see some things where we got him and Brian Robinson in the backfield together. And then you don't know if we're going to run it with B-Rob, with McCaffrey, if McCaffrey's just going to go in motion, end up on a route somewhere and be open in the middle of the field or something.
Yeah.
So, but we got the all gunshot team on offense, though. Ricky Pearsall and Brian Robinson are gunshot buddies.
Yeah. I he's Pearsall, I think he's a good receiver, but I just don't see him on that line with, I think he'll be like I just haven't seen a lot for obviously I haven't seen a lot from him because obviously he got shot or almost unalived or whatever, but that's not his fault or anything like that. But I'm interested to see how he plays.
Yeah, I think he'll be pretty good.
But
He
see, that's
started
what I'm
come
saying, man. Big time
he
offensive line
started
will be good.
he started coming on at the end of the year last year. When he was finally healthy. Well, but I want to see if he could carry that over to this year. I think he'll be good. He's a good route runner. He knows how to run routes to get open. So we need that because JJ, even though JJ can make plays and he does know how to run routes, he's not the greatest at getting separation.
Yeah.
Now, I would feel a whole lot better about our receiving core if the rookie we drafted was playing.
Is Jawan Jennings playing?
Yes.
Okay.
But if Jordan Watkins was playing, I'd feel way better. Because not only can the kid run all the routes, the kid's got 4.37 speed that could get over the top and, led the fucking SEC last year led all of college football last year with the most catches of 60 plus yards. So
I like this kid that made the team, man, as running back. What was his name? Something Wright. He
I
ran
got
a
a I got a question for you. Why the hell are y'all playing with the running back from Miami?
You talking about Damian Martinez?
Yes, if he's a good running back,
Good.
if he's a good running back, don't keep him on that practice squad because I promise you some team's going to snatch him.
Hold on. I don't think he's playing.
No, what I'm saying is you guys have him on the practice squad. And with
Oh,
him on the practice squad, some team could take him anytime they want. And then say K9 gets hurt. Now you don't got Damian Martinez no more. Y'all should have had him on the 53.
yeah, but he didn't look that good this year, man. Like, and even in the
Really?
no, it was that dude Wright, man? That kid Wright, man, he could hit the holes. I was like, man, this is our dude right here because this dude, he kind of reminds me of a Carson in a way, but with way more speed.
Yeah, I kind of wished Jordan James, the running back we got from Oregon, was ready to go. I would have liked to seen him play a little bit.
So I'm trying to see right here.
I wouldn't I know y'all also got a Chris Paul, the linebacker from Ole Miss, on your practice squad. I don't know how much I'd trust that dude just because, as far as him being a good player, because he got drafted in the 5th round by the Rams. If you can't make the Rams team as a fucking linebacker and they got garbage linebackers, that says a lot to me anyway.
So
I don't know who the fuck the Rams linebackers are.
George Halani is our third running back.
I don't know who the fuck that dude is.
Simone dude. Simone cat. And he played pretty well this preseason.
Wait, there's Samoan running backs?
Yeah.
You don't be seeing too many of them.
What's his name? Tua's little cousin was playing for I think it was San Jose State as a wide receiver. Man, this kid is good.
Yeah, I haven't seen many of the Polynesian cats as running backs. Most of them seem to be on
Yeah,
defense or offensive line.
yeah, for reals. Yeah, I'm just wondering how. To me, I think our offensive line seems a little bit better than people think. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be the greatest, but I think it's going to step up what
Like
we
I
used
said, it's you
because
initially.
here's here's the thing. Greg Zabel is in the Senior Bowl went up against all the defensive tackles that were in the Senior Bowl, and no, he took on all. Well, I think it was all 20 of them, and they couldn't pass him up. So I think he's as a left guard, him and Charles Cross on that side could be good, and then this center. I like this kid, man, because he's fast, man. Hey, he can block too. He's a solid blocker, and plus he can move up the field quick.
Yeah. There will be times, especially early on, and I'm just giving you a warning on this. You're going to get frustrated watching them run block initially because, like I said, this running scheme is so hard. It's so hard and just so intricate and so many details to learn that it's going to take a while.
It might take a while, but honestly,
I mean, hell, look. At least you guys won't pass the ball 70% of the fucking time this year.
Nah.
For one, what kind of offensive coordinator thinks Geno Smith is good enough to throw the ball 70% of the time in a fucking game?
I don't know what they were thinking, honestly.
That's some.
Obviously, that coach right there, man, went back to Alabama and it's still not looking good for him.
That's why Alabama sucks.
Yeah. And see what happens, man. I'm pretty excited for this game tomorrow.
Yeah, I am too. I'm just glad the goddamn season's finally here.
Yeah, for real.
Fuck,
man.
I've been waiting forever to get this fucking season going. Yeah, exactly, CPG. Let's go. Hey, week 2, we get a mad easy game. We get New Orleans week 2.
New Orleans?
Hell yeah. We get to go out there and beat the shit out of Spencer Rattler, sorry ass.
Spencer
Get to go beat up that white boy.
The albino.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was gonna say we got fucking DK next week.
Yeah, I know. Y'all go play the motherfucking Aaron Rodgers and the fucking Steelers.
Which from last year he did not play good for us. I get that's a different team, whatever, but there's no George Pickens in the lineup. They only have one solid good receiver.
DK's a little too goddamn immature.
He is, bro.
Especially for how long he's been in the league already. You'd think he would have grown up a little bit.
Yeah.
That dude cries. He don't get his way. He cries.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you're not the only person on the fucking team. There's 11 fucking people on offense. Shut the fuck up.
If he would have did that and played, I think he would have been good. But
he probably would have still been there.
Yeah, he can't control his emotions. And honestly, exactly. I think Mike. That's the thing that I like about Mike McDonald, man. I think he was getting tired of him anyways.
Probably. Well, I heard something also, and I think I heard it from some Seahawk fan on YouTube. If it wasn't Mike McDonald that just got tired of him or whatever, DK, I don't think wanted to be there because he said he liked Pete Carroll. He wasn't really feeling Mike McDonald that much.
Because Mike McDonald is a structured military coach. Mike McDonald's huge on the military. Huge. I just
Yeah.
we went down to Fort Lewis his first year, and this is how he's a military guy he is. So he's just a straight up head coach, man, that likes to be formal, dog, and be militant, and most of these guys are not like that because Pete Carroll was like, "Oh, just be you, but be organized, be player." Now, Mike McDonald's not like this. He's totally different from Pete Carroll.
Right. But yeah, what like I said, from what I heard was that, you know, DK wasn't really feeling Mike McDonald that much. He much preferred Pete Carroll. I'm like, well, yeah, but Pete Carroll had been doing this so long that he doesn't drill into the guys anymore like that, and he's just chilling now.
Yeah, Pete Carroll lets his guys do whatever they want to do, and
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing I couldn't stand about Pete Carroll. Man, I was getting tired of that.
Yeah, it
Who
just seems
thought
like
that
that's
was
his
good?
mentality.
And Pete Carroll, Mike McDonald, I love Mike McDonald because the way he talks and everything is not but that hoorah. He's about that action boss. But yeah, that's the one thing I couldn't stand about Pete Carroll. Now, do I like Pete Carroll as a coach? I think he was a fantastic coach, man. He was obviously he's been in college football, the NFL for so many years. Not even with us, with New England, and then he went to what else did he go to? He went to you guys, and then he went
I
to
I think the biggest thing that a lot of people like with our defense this year, the biggest thing a lot of people are overlooking and not a lot of people are talking about, and I think it's going to be huge and pay dividends, is Gus Bradley.
this. That's the wait, Gus Bradley.
Yes, we got Gus Bradley and Robert Saleh on our defensive staff,
Mm,
and I think it's going to pay dividends. Gus Bradley's like assistant head coach or something like that, but he's also has input on the defensive staff, and you know, that's basically who Saleh learned under, and you know, so. But I think Gus Bradley will pay huge dividends. I mean, come on now, the architect of the LOB defense, and this guy knows how to build a defense. He knows how to call defense, and I think it's going to help a lot. I think we're going to see some different shit from Robert Saleh this year. It's not going to be the exact same defense that he used to run here. I think tomorrow we're going to see some 5-man fronts, which we didn't run a lot of before. We're going to see more exotic blitzes than he used to do. He's going to send a nickel probably on some blitzes, some linebackers.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah. Flavor Flav with his 8 kids.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man. So I got you on here. Who's going to the Super Bowl? Do you think? Obviously, I don't think I think Kansas City's done.
No,
I
Kansas
think,
City ain't going.
I honestly think
I'll say
Philadelphia.
this. No, Philly ain't going. Their defense has problems.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, because they're another top heavy team now. They don't
Right, but and the only reason they lost that game is because CD sold.
Yes, CD should have caught that damn ball, man. See,
CD should have caught all four of them bitches.
I didn't even go for the Cowboys like that, but
I
I
don't
was
either,
hoping
but
the Cowboys would win.
CD had 4 goddamn drops.
Yeah, he sold in that game.
So I mean, but even though Philly won, I mean, win or lose, just watching that game. Well, I only watched parts of it, but just watching it, you can see the deficiencies in Philly's defense.
Yeah.
They don't have an actual edge rusher.
No.
And if they're not getting pressure up the middle with Jalen Carter, they're going to have a lot of problems getting to the quarterback.
Well, he's got a game suspension, right?
I don't know. I haven't heard nothing. I haven't heard nothing yet. Now, they still could, but I haven't heard nothing.
I bet we'll see it tomorrow.
You might, or Monday.
Yeah.
They'll probably wait for week 1 to get done. But yeah, their edge rushers aren't very good. That's why they signed Zadarius Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much he has left in the tank. He seems to be right at the end of his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why right after that game, Philly signed Zadarius Smith, because they know they don't have an edge rusher. And Vic Fangio ain't the type of guy that blitzes a whole lot. But yeah, they have some problems on defense, like big problems on defense. They're gonna.
They lost Sweat too, right?
Yep.
To Arizona.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. They got problems on defense. Look, I'll put it this way. Out of the AFC, I'm not sure yet who I think is going to go to the Super Bowl, but I will say this. If Buffalo or Baltimore want to make it to the Super Bowl, this is the year, because Kansas City will not be in position to do it.
Facts.
It's going to come down, or who knows, maybe the Chargers somehow make a run through the playoffs and get to that point.
They look pretty good, man. I hate to say it, man. They look really good.
Yeah, but until
do you hate that homeboy took that slogan and made it to theirs?
What slogan? No.
Yeah.
No, like by the time Harbaugh was done here, before he left, a lot of our veteran players were to the point where they were tired of hearing that shit. They were just like, okay, we're over this. It was cool for a year or two, but fuck this. We're done with this. Who's got it better than us shit?
Yeah.
And it wore out real quick with a lot of the veterans. So, nah, I'm not. That was a Harbaugh thing. He probably did that at Michigan too.
Yeah,
So,
I think from the AFC it's gonna be the Chargers, Buffalo, and
tomorrow,
Baltimore.
I think tomorrow will tell a lot, because it's Buffalo versus fucking Baltimore week 1.
Yeah.
So
who do you think the heavy hands are for the NFC West? I mean the NFC. It's open market, dog. I hate to say it, but it is.
Yeah, the NFC, I think, is, as a whole conference, I think the NFC is more open than it has been in a long fucking time. So I don't know. It's going to be a tough one, but Darnold ain't throwing for 4,300 yards this year. I just saw somebody put up Darnold's numbers from last year. I'm like, I don't think Seattle's going to throw the ball enough.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he's going to be throwing for no fucking 4,300 yards.
Exact right. We're not going to be throwing it down the field a lot, because we don't got the receivers to do that no more. But man, I'm telling you, man.
You might throw it down the field a little more than you think you might.
Yeah.
There's gonna be times, and in some games, watch, you'll Kubiak will scheme something open for one of your receivers to get deep downfield.
Yeah.
Here's one team in the NFC that I really think their season's going to come crashing down on them. And then a lot of people won't be talking about them as one of the top teams in the NFC.
I already know
Is
what
the-
you're going.
Is the Rams.
Dude, I knew you were gonna say that, bro.
Well, it's because of Sam Bradford or not Bradford. Why am I always calling that motherfucker Sam Bradford? I'm always calling that motherfucker Sam Bradford. Well, he's a broken motherfucker. Sam Bradford was a broken motherfucker.
Yeah, I do too, man. I'm not gonna lie. I do too.
But not because of Stafford and his back. I'm telling you right now, his back won't last all season.
Yeah, it's I know they get the wide receiver little group and stuff like that, but I think their defense is good, but their offense is gonna gonna have to carry it a
Okay,
lot.
yeah, they got a good wide receiver group and got Devontae Adams out there.
Yeah.
The second Stafford goes down and Jimmy G's the quarterback, boy, Devontae Adams gonna be a mad, pissed off motherfucker, just like he was in Vegas with James.
That's true.
Boy, he was mad than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, the epidurals are only going to help so long before your back gets to a point where it's like, no, even the epidural is not going to help. And his back, I mean, he barely practiced all off season. He barely threw the fucking football. He didn't play any preseason. Sam Darnold's back is worse than they're letting on. And I mean, look, I called him whatever again, but I give Stafford credit. He's a tough dude, but no, I don't think his back holds out all year. I really don't. And on top of that, outside of the defensive line for the Rams, the rest of that defense ain't good.
So they got Jared Verse. I think he was a phenomenal player.
They got Jared Verse, Braden Fisk. I'm not sure who else, but who the fuck are their linebackers? Can you name one?
Yeah.
And then their corners aren't that great. So the Rams aren't just like the way people and the national media talk about them. The Rams are not as good as everybody's making them out to be. And the only reason they are is because, they got Stafford, so they're automatically good.
Yeah.
Well, they got Stafford with a broken back. So, and who knows what the fuck Arizona's going to be, because you can't trust Kyler Murray. You don't know what the fuck he's going to do. That motherfucker could throw 3 touchdowns in one game.
As athletic as that dude is, man, that guy should have stuck to baseball.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like he could throw 3 touchdowns, look good one game, and the next 2 or 3 games, he's out there throwing 3 and 4 fucking picks each game. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
That dude is so bipolar. It's fucking, I mean, it's hard to say what Arizona's going to be. And then a lot of people think that the Texans are taking a huge step back this year. I'm not sure they will.
No.
And the reason is because D'Amico Ryans is going to have that defense dialed the fuck in.
Well, that Will Anderson is nice, so man.
Exactly.
Honestly,
exactly.
I love Witherspoon, but I was really hoping for.
So did you already see in Denver that Greenlaw probably won't be playing till week 3?
Oh, for Denver? Yeah, I seen that.
He's already hurt.
Damn, that's crazy.
I know. I mean, I didn't want him to leave, but at the same time, I get why the Niners did it, because they weren't going to give him that contract and then turn around and we don't have him till week 3 of this year. And it's just kind of a waste. That's kind of a waste of money.
What is did Jawan Jennings get that 1-year contract?
All right, what it was he wants a long-term extension, but his agent has his head so big and gassed up that this guy was talking about wanting Mike Evans money.
Damn.
And I'm like, bro, look, JJ, love you. I like you. I think you're a hell of a player. You know, you've been mad clutch for us. But bro, you ain't Mike Evans, and you ain't worth that type of money. So what we did was, and it was like the first year of his deal, we just threw $3 million worth of incentives. So he has to play, and he has to play good in order to earn the extra $3 million that could take what he makes this year from 7.5 to 10.5. So he can make 10.5 million this year, but he's got to come out here and he's got to ball the fuck out like he did last year.
Yeah.
Or else he don't get the $3 million incentives. And the crazy thing is, he just signed a deal last year.
Wow.
He signed a 2-year deal last year. It's like, bro, we just gave you a fucking contract a year ago.
That's nuts.
So, I mean, either way, he was going to play. He was going to have to play. Because if you don't play regular season games and you're sitting out, then you start losing money. And it's going to be a lot of fucking money. Because the fines, I think, in the regular season are more than they are if you're sitting out when the league year starts. Like, because I think I heard that if Hendrickson, the guy in Cincinnati, if they didn't get his deal done and he sat out, I think I read or heard something that if he would have held out when the season started and his games were going on, he was going to lose $1.2 million per game.
Damn.
Yeah. But I still think Cincinnati fucked that deal up. It's like, bro, you're giving this man who's led the league in sacks the last 2 years only $30 million a year, and it's only for a 1-year deal. You only bumped him up $14 million for 1 year. You're going to let him go in free agency because you're cheap motherfuckers? Whatever.
I have a question for you. What do you think what's his name's gonna do? Green Bay.
I don't know. I know I know Micah Parsons is already hurt. He's got a Ken. He already got a fucked up back. You come on in if you want, Ken. Talk about some week 1 shit and how number 88 sold y'all down the river. I can't help but laugh because you a motherfucking Cowboy fan, but that's some bullshit. I read that Mike is going to be active. He's going to play, but they don't know how many snaps he's going to play, what type of pitch count he'll be on.
Yeah.
What up, Ken?
What's up, fellas?
What up?
So, I mean,
Nothing much, man. What's going on with y'all, man?
Ready for fucking tomorrow, man. God damn, I want this fucking shit.
Damn, y'all playing each other tomorrow?
Yes,
yep.
Sir.
Oh,
Bro,
okay.
This year they got a lot of goddamn division games week 1.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, it's and look, the NFL some
smart like that.
Yeah, but the NFL some smart motherfuckers as far as getting this paper. Not only do you put all these division games week 1, you put the first international game as a standalone on Friday in week 1.
Yeah, that's the first time they ever did that.
Yeah, man, that's how you get paper.
That's how you get money. Yeah.
Yeah. They getting all that motherfucking money, and most of it's going right in Goodell's pocket. That old raggedy motherfucker.
I heard what you said, Vet, about CeeDee Lamb sold us down the river. Yeah, you ain't lying. No,
bro.
You know, can't even call him CeeDee right now. It's Sedarian.
All right, I got a question.
Important
Is it
assignment.
true? Is it true? I read something. I don't know if it's true, so I don't follow y'all that closely. Did he really lead the league in drops last year with 11?
Oh, you talking about Sedarius?
Yes.
Darian, I don't know, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I was gonna say because I could have sworn I read something saying he led the NFL in drops and had 11 goddamn drops last year.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised, but I can't sit here and say I do.
But Philly's got some holes in that defense. Me and Primo were talking about that. Philly's defense is not that good.
No.
They don't have edge rushers.
Nope.
I like
they secondary. They secondary was, man. If you look at their secondary's eyes,
CD was cooking a secondary.
They were scared, bro.
Not just that. Outside of the 4 drops, CD was cooking them boys.
Yeah, Lamb always played good against the Eagles.
Man, if he would have caught all 4 of those passes, he probably would have had 200 goddamn yards.
You know what, man? I'm gonna be honest with you, fam. It shouldn't even have to come down to what CD did, but then again, that's part of the game. And one thing I'm gonna say, it's two things. Well, it's one player and 2 things that he did that really pissed me off a little bit. Miles Sanders, this motherfucker let a linebacker catch up with his ass.
Miles Sanders ain't that fast, bro.
Bro, he used to be fast. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Look, this is Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders went around to the left, cut through the hole. This motherfucker is running. I mean, it's like nothing but green grass straight ahead to the end zone. And he let Zach Braun, of all people, catch up with his ass.
Yeah,
And then on the next play, this motherfucker fumbled.
Yep. Look, this is the fame that Miles Sanders is living off of. 2 years ago, 2 years ago, when Christian McCaffrey won Offensive Player of the Year, they put Miles Sanders in the Pro Bowl over McCaffrey that year.
I know why they did that. I'm gonna tell you why.
McCaffrey wasn't going to show up to it because
because remember McCaffrey came in. He came into the Niners almost halfway through the season.
No. This was his first full year with us in 23 when he went off.
In 23.
When he went off.
I thought you were talking about 22.
No, I said when he won Offensive Player of the Year, he went off for almost 2,000 all-purpose yards and 20 touchdowns. Yeah, they said Miles Sanders made the Pro Bowl over McCaffrey. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Well, because McCaffrey. Well, here's the reason why. Because Let me hold on.
That was
so they already. So did they already had the voting done? They already had the voting done already by that time.
What do you mean?
Was the voting already done by that time? Because remember, McCaffrey did play in the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, that's the year he won Offensive Player of the Year.
Now, let me ask you this question. He can't play in the Super Bowl because, not in the Super Bowl. He can't play in the Pro Bowl because he was in the Super Bowl.
Well, no, I get that. But they still vote people that they feel earn a Pro Bowl even if they're in the Super Bowl. It happens all the time. They just go to the backup players that made it as reserves.
Well.
What do you guys think Washington's going to be like?
Look, this year, now, I give Jaden Daniels credit. Dude's a beast. He's nice and shit like that. But Washington is the oldest roster in the NFL this year. So they could take a step back.
Yeah.
Because
they lost their best edge rusher from last year, and that was Dante Fowler, and he with us again.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they almost lost Scary Terry because they was fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
They was fucking around with that man's contract and almost lost that boy. There was
everybody
they said mama was calling about him.
And they sent Magic Johnson to him and say, hey, young brother. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he did. I mean, Magic Johnson. Remember, he's part of that ownership of that other Washington
really?
franchise.
I
Yeah,
did not know that. Nope.
yeah,
Did not know that.
yeah, yeah. He's bruh. If you actually look at like
I thought
they was in
it
the
was.
they was in the playoffs. They was in the playoffs against Detroit. Remember, they beat Detroit up there in Detroit. And you know how like they show like after the game they celebrating and they walk in the locker room and Magic Johnson was out there high fiving them.
Oh shit!
And he was
Yeah,
wearing their
no.
colors.
I
Yeah.
thought it was just one single owner. I didn't know it was an ownership group that bought
Yeah, it's an
them.
ownership group, yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got you.
Yep.
So, do you agree with me and Primo, especially after what Philly's defense looks like? That this year, as an entire conference, the NFC right now looks like
It's wide the fuck open. It's wide the
Yeah,
fuck open.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what we was thinking too.
It's wide open because you gotta also remember Detroit they lost both their coordinators. So you basically starting that over again up there, and then Green Bay, you know, you think with the whole thing with Michael Parsons and everything like that, that man gonna be on a pitch count pretty much tomorrow. So I mean that's what that is. But Green Bay is gonna miss Kenny Clark. They're gonna miss him.
Yeah, they will, because I mean they had trouble stopping the run last year.
Yeah.
And now you take your and now they took their best run stopping D tackle and sent him to Dallas. And we all know, everybody here knows, Michael Parsons can't play the run for shit.
No, he cannot. He cannot set the edge. He always get pushed off the edge.
Why do you think whenever y'all played us, we ran right at him?
Oh, I know.
I've
seen the whole thing.
That motherfucker, boy.
Hey, but check this out though, fam. It's like this. Think about edge rushers that was good run stoppers, or they was good at setting the edge. I mean, you think about Lawrence Taylor, you think about y'all got one with Bosa. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I remember when the Seahawks, when they had Frank Clark, or they had what's the other dude? Membran was a D tackle.
Nah, he was a D tackle.
Yeah, Chris Averill. Chris Averill was a good run supporter. All that stuff, man. I mean,
he could set the
it's
edge.
like nothing wrong with having the edge. Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having a good edge rusher. But you gotta have an edge rusher that can do both.
Exactly. And that's why we drafted who we drafted in the first round this year with Michael Williams.
Yeah, he's a stud.
He is a really good edge setter and run.
Yeah, he's a stud. Yeah.
I got a question for you guys.
What up?
What you guys hear about the shit about Caleb Williams?
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. Okay. With the last coaching staff, I was hearing shit like Caleb Williams wouldn't study. That the coaching staff said they had to scale the playbook back, basically dumb it down for this kid, give him the most basic shit ever, because he wouldn't study and he couldn't get the language down to learn the goddamn offense.
How many times? How about this? I'm gonna give y'all one better.
Basically, what it all came down to was Caleb Williams walks in the buildings like, yeah, it's going to be my motherfucking way, and that's he basically entitled like a motherfucker.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this right now. How many times I'm about to tell you fellas this? Never draft a quarterback out of USC.
Yeah,
ever.
Hey, Primo got a USC quarterback, so he'll find out this year.
I mean, hey, Primo, my condolences for you, man, if he fucks up.
And not just a USC quarterback. He has Casper Icy Ghost USC quarterback.
Yeah.
This is the motherfucker. Hey, this is the motherfucker that be painting his fingernails and shit.
Oh, Caleb Williams?
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he painted his fingernails and shit. Yeah, that's zesty ass motherfucker.
I was hearing some crazy shit. Somebody a story on that.
He was really disrespectful to his coaching staff. And they weren't able to coach him at all.
That's why Eagle Flus and shit got let go, because he tried to get that motherfucker in gear and see what happens. So there you go.
Yep. Caleb Williams gets coaches fired already. What a piece of shit.
Sure. He just he reminds me of. This is how old school we are. You know, he reminds me of a little bit a prima donna ass Jeff George. Remember Jeff George? You remember how Jeff George was?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a prima donna like that.
Yeah, he was a prima donna.
Yeah. But look. I mean,
he was a prima donna, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look, you should have kind of expected shit like this from Caleb Williams, because on draft night, wasn't his dad popping a whole bunch of shit about where they won't play and where they will play and all this other dumb shit?
Yeah, I heard something like that.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm like, you know what? You're a top draft pick. You're gonna already get just stepping into the NFL. Because you're drafted so high, you have generational wealth already without taking a fucking snap. So shut up, go to the team, be coached, and play the goddamn game.
And this is the reason why I'm still trying to figure out why Chicago was willing to give up all those draft picks to get him. I mean, you could have got you a quarterback from motherfucking Southern Utah University or something. You know what I'm saying? And he'll probably feel, you know, handle that responsibility better than anything.
Hell yeah, he'd be like, yeah.
The reason you gotta remember, but Primo, you gotta remember this also. Not Primo, but you gotta remember this also too, man. Like guys like him, they played in the bright lights of LA.
I get that, but
that's how it is.
But bro, you ain't
that's how it is. They get full of themselves.
Yeah, it's like, bro.
I mean, that's not forget about the Thanksgiving game that they fucked up on against Detroit a couple years ago. Let's not forget about that shit.
I mean, look, Ben Johnson's putting all these weapons around this kid to help him out, and I bet he's going to fuck up every one of them.
That's why I said, this is why I said Chicago was stupid to trade all those picks just to get him.
Because what Chicago's going to end up doing is either they're going to be dumb as shit and pay him, or a lot of people.
This year, what? This year, 3 for him?
After this year,
I think. He won a rookie last year.
Yeah, he was a rookie last year.
Was he? Was he a rookie last? Yeah. He was. Yeah, he was.
So no, he's got one more. He's got.
I keep forgetting. Because I forgot, because remember he won the Heisman the year before, and then Jalen Daniels won it going into the NFL. Right, that's right.
Yeah, so he's got one more full year before he can beg for money.
Mm-hmm.
If he's as bad as that report said, I almost guarantee you he is going to have teammates come into this new coaching staff and be like, it's him or me. You want us here? You get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man.
And then Chicago is really going to lose out, because you're not going to get hardly shit back for him.
Nope.
And now you're going to be behind the 8 ball and just set your franchise back, because now you got to go draft a rookie quarterback. Hopefully in 2 years, he's what you think he is when you draft him. And it's just a fucking shitty, vicious cycle.
Yeah. Who do you think is taking the AFC North?
The AFC North, that's gonna be interesting, because, like I said, Baltimore's the front runner, number one.
Baltimore's winning that division.
They win that division. Yeah, they the front runners.
Yeah,
and then I say Cincinnati. Cincinnati's like number 2. Pittsburgh,
because I won't say Cincinnati 2, because Cincinnati defense is garbage.
Well, I mean, how they got to that's true. I mean, that defense, even though they was garbage a couple years, even though they was garbage like a few years ago. Well, what was it? A few years ago when they went to the Super Bowl. I mean, that defense wasn't that great, but when they got to the playoffs, they made the plays.
But they also had a better offensive line.
That's true. That's another thing with Joe Burrow. He needs an offensive.
They don't have as good of an offensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I want to see after week 1, I want to see how DK looks with Aaron Rodgers. And if Aaron Rodgers can get that Pittsburgh offense going, I'll put Pittsburgh in the 2 spot because we all know Pittsburgh's going to have a defense.
Yeah.
One thing you can bank on is Pittsburgh having a motherfucking defense.
That's their identity.
Yep, them boys play defense like a motherfucker in Pittsburgh.
That's their identity. That's been their identity since Chuck Noll. Yeah.
Look. If Cincinnati surprises, I think the 2 spot you could go either way. I'd put either Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Either way, it goes like that.
Cleveland gonna be Cleveland gonna be in the basement. Yeah.
Yes, because I think Joe Flacco starting. I think Joe Flacco will give you 4 really good games, but then he falls off a fucking cliff after that.
Yeah.
But now, if that happens, who does Cleveland go to?
Yeah, that's true.
No, seriously, are they going to start Sanders or are they going to start Dylan Gabriel?
I think Dylan Gabriel looks the best out of all 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gabriel or something like that because
I was going to give a hot take about Gabriel.
Like I said, man, I don't think Shadur Sanders is really as serious playing football than anything. I think he just like the spotlight. To be honest with you, I mean that's just me because
look, I think Dylan Gabriel. Of course, I wouldn't call Cleveland the right spot, and I'm not sure who they got as OCs and shit like that there. But I felt coming out, Dylan Gabriel could be like Bo Nix, where everybody's like, oh, he's small, he came from Oregon, he ain't got a good arm, and he's trash and shit like that. And look what the fuck Bo Nix is doing now.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought Bo Nix was going to be good. And then in that draft, when he got drafted by Denver and went to Sean Payton, I'm like, oh, no, it's over. I go, Bo Nix is going to be the shit.
I noticed, I noticed something about Oregon quarterbacks lately. They've been striking good on these quarterbacks, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, boy, holy shit. Oregon has a backfield of running backs. I'm talking all 3 of them motherfuckers.
Beat the heck out of Oklahoma today.
Oh, man, they beat Oklahoma State like they stole something from them. Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say Oklahoma beat Michigan. I was going to say.
Yeah,
no, Oklahoma State didn't. Didn't Oregon drop like 59 on Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Jesus Christ,
and then Oklahoma beat Michigan.
I do like
Grambling State.
I also like I like Oregon's tight end this year, Kenyon Sadiq.
I was gonna say poor Grambling State.
Yeah, Grambling. Oh my God, boy, they got him.
Yeah.
Did you watch the game between Texas San Jose State?
No,
I saw the highlights. I didn't watch the game.
That catch we had against his helmet which would have been the greatest catch in football this year. Leduc caught it on his helmet and kept it on there, but they said that he didn't have possession of it.
Damn. The kid that caught that damn ball down in Miami last week against Notre Dame, man. God damn.
Yes.
What about that USC receiver that caught the one-hander jumping in the end zone over Grambling?
Oh yeah. I thought that was today.
Well, yeah, that was a cold ass fucking catch.
Yeah, that was cool. But the one in Miami, man, that one's the best one so far. Because that motherfucker, he literally like flew in the air for at least about 3 or 4 yards, catching that bitch.
Wow. Yep. The Browns are finishing last in that division after what I just read.
Mm-hmm.
They're expecting Joe Flacco to last all year. They just said Shadur Sanders will not play unless there's an injury to Flacco or Gabriel.
Wow.
He is not expected to play at all this season unless an injury happens.
I'm sorry.
So they
saying, man, like everybody.
Yeah, but I think
Sanders this, man. I'm telling you, man. I knew what it was, man, from the get go, bro. I knew what it was.
I think look. I think gambling on a 90-year-old Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel and only having those two quarterbacks. No, they need to. Cleveland needs to roll with three quarterbacks.
That's crazy.
So the nice thing about Gabriel is that he can move around in the pocket. Maybe he don't have the best arm in out of those three, but he definitely can move and step up into that pocket and make good throws.
Yeah, I like the fact he's a lefty too.
Yeah.
All I know is this, man. Eagles got a lot of fucking problems. And then here's another thing. They lost Dickerson too, remember? He got hurt
because of his back.
He got hurt no, it was his leg.
Oh, well, I know he came into the game with a fucked up back.
Yeah.
Against y'all. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask y'all this about the Jalen Carter situation. Tell me what y'all think.
What else? Oh, what I think about it? Look, I'll say this. I'd have fucked him up. I'd have got kicked out the game. I'd have got kicked out the fucking game. You ain't spitting on me, Chief. I can promise you right now, if that was us playing them and he did that to someone like Trent Williams, Trent would have buried his ass on the field.
About you, Primo?
I think it's disrespectful at that. And disrespectful. I mean, you're doing it at the jersey, so it's obviously disrespectful because it's considered a crime to spit on somebody. In general, I think most places in the United States, that's a jail time. So 1 game suspension, I think won't do it for me. I think it's maybe like a 3 game suspension. I think that's it right there.
Yeah. Did y'all see that? USF upset Florida today.
Yeah.
And
I saw that.
A Florida player spit in a USF player's face.
No, I ain't hear about this. I ain't hear about that. But I saw what they did to Florida. Yeah, and they went to the swamp and beat them.
Yeah, somebody showed a video of it.
Yeah, they was in the swamp.
Wait, yo, you guys see what Florida State is doing, man? That quarterback is filthy with it, man.
Yeah, Florida State, boy, they got a team again.
Yeah,
they do. What they did to Bama, man, I was proud. I was so proud.
So Kim, I want to get your perspective on that. What do you think about that whole spitting thing?
Man, it was a gamesmanship by Dak, number one. And number two, Dak knows that Jalen Carter and stuff is a mental case. So he knew that, okay, what can I do to get this guy out of this game in a way? But then Dak came out and said that dude was messing with Booker. And I guess, Jalen Carter came up to Dak. Like, Dak didn't go up to Jalen Carter. So it was a gamesmanship by Dak what he did. So, but he didn't do anything that would make Jalen Carter want to come up and spit on him. So that's on that. I mean, Dak have to be very careful going forward because now, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have people trying to tweak it a little bit. But then also too with Jalen Carter being the guy, the ferocious athlete that he really is, that can fuck with him, that can fuck with his money later on down the road because now you're trying to put what over $100 million in this kid and everything. And I mean, you can't do shit like that, man. You just can't.
Didn't Carter have cases coming out of college?
Yeah, he did. He's a mental case, man. Yeah, he's a mental case. He is literally he's a mental case.
That's why
straight up.
Him because it's something that he did in college. I forgot what it was.
He's a damn good player.
What was it that he did in college, man? That
I don't know, but I know it caught him in case.
Well, I know that. I know this. Did he get into a situation with the Niners a couple years ago in that game in Philly?
No, we beat him so goddamn bad. It wouldn't have mattered if he.
No, remember like who? No, somebody got. Oh no, it was the Eagles security got kicked out.
He pushed Greenlaw.
Dre Greenlaw, yeah, Dre Greenlaw, yep.
Because Greenlaw fucking hit the goddamn German suplex on Smith.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was the car wreck, and I think one of the Florida State players got into, and they said that Carter had left the scene, but they're saying that he stayed on the scene, but then he was cleared, and then they were like, "Nah, something didn't look right," and then that he basically caused it and was racing. I can't remember if that dude died because I think he did die. The guy from Georgia.
Yeah,
that kid did die.
Yeah, that was from that dude. He was in the car with some chick or whatever. It was like after they won the national championship.
But Philly does have a lot of problems, and
they got
another reason I think the NFC's wide open too, Ken, is Stafford's playing with a bad back, and I mean like so bad. This guy has to take epidural shots just for the pain.
Damn.
So I don't see him making it all season, and then they're going to be stuck with James.
Well, James
is they backup.
Jimmy got sold.
and not just that, he's back with Devontae Adams, who was mad as fuck when they were in Vegas together because James sucks.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
But so Stafford's got a bad back. Micah's got a bad back. All these guys are getting back injuries.
Yeah.
So maybe Jerry, because at first you looked at that trade and it's like, what the fuck is Jerry? Did Jerry Jones got dementia?
Look,
and then when the news came out about his back, it's like maybe Jerry knew something everybody else didn't and wasn't privy to.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with y'all real quick. When that motherfucker came out on the social media and said that he don't want to be here no more, I was like, all right, bye, motherfucker.
Yeah, you don't want to be here. Kick rocks, Chief.
But the funny thing about it is this, man. Like I had a feeling they was gonna either trade him or he's gonna say, you know what, I'll come back and play the final year of my rookie contract and then take my chances, either in the free agency unless they franchise tag him, or they would have signed him to an extension or something and then trade him that way. But then again, from what I heard what Jerry said, they said they've been thinking about this since March. So it's kind of like, damn, y'all didn't pull the trigger then, but then at the same time, like the way it was already orchestrated was that they already had mutually agreed to a deal. But see, this is where Michael Parsons is really stupid at on this one. First of all, why would you leave the state of Texas to get paid over $180 million knowing that you're going to a state that they sell that their state tax is like what 5? Well, it was like 7.5%.
It's so a lot. Like he's only going to make after taxes. He only going to make $24 million. See,
now if he would have been here, he'd have been making the take home would be at least over 30 because here we don't have state taxes.
Right.
So he would have made a lot more money here than anything. But then again, I'm glad he's gone because, like I said, man, I got tired of the whining. I got tired of the podcast bullshit. I got tired of this dude getting bullied and shit in the run game. I got tired of, I just got tired of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it got to a point where I just said, when they traded him and then I saw what we got for him, I was like, shit, I'm good, because you went and got Kenny Clark, which I didn't expect that was going to happen. But once we got Kenny Clark, I was like, shit, we got us an anchor in the D line finally for the first time in, probably since Leroy Glover. That was back in the early 2000s.
And now y'all got 4 first-round picks in the next 2 years.
And we got salary cap space, like $42 million in cap space.
Coming next year, right?
No, right now. $42 million right now.
And they already started spending it. They just gave Bland a $92 million extension.
Yeah, but that right there, it don't really mean too much.
I know it don't, because I know how it breaks down. It's like he's still got 2 years left on his original deal, right?
Yeah. So all they did was they pushing that pretty much. They're gonna keep the money the same, but they're gonna give more. They gave more guaranteed money because remember the TV deal. Yeah, because of the TV deals and all that shit's gonna accumulate more.
Right, and not just that. By the time the contract kicks in, it's gonna lower the cap hit anyway.
Exactly. So, which means that they cap is going to go. It's only going to get deeper.
Yeah, because you give them more guaranteed, you can lower that first year and second year cap hit on the new contract.
Mm-hmm. And now you can really get either the free agent that you need in a certain position.
Yeah.
Like I said, they already took care of Osa Digizua and stuff, so he's going to be all right for the next 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? So
Mozzie Smith is not looking too good, huh?
They didn't even. He was a healthy scratch for Thursday's game, so that let me know right then and there. Oh yeah, that motherfucker, he trash, man.
Yeah, he gone. So here's another thing about the Commanders, and another reason that they could take a step back this year. I think they fucked up trading Brian Robinson to us, and depending on a rookie and whoever the fuck else they got in that backfield.
Wait a minute, they trade Robinson to y'all?
We got Brian Robinson as our number
2. Get out of here.
I'm dead
ass. Shit.
I'm dead ass. Brian Robinson will be playing football tomorrow.
So they got Austin Eckler, which I think he's
Austin Eckler's old, bro.
Man, Austin Eckler is on his last 2 threads right now.
He ain't got it no more.
Well, here's the thing, because San Diego ran him into the fucking ground. That's what the fuck they did.
I know. So they traded Brian Robinson.
Yeah.
I think out of the AFC, man, I think the surprise team is going to be the Chargers, man, just because.
Yeah, Chargers are going to do some shit this year.
Yeah, they are.
Harbaugh got them humming right now.
Dude, what's crazy is that they're gonna have to do this without Rashawn Slater, man. That's another thing.
Trust me. Harbaugh will figure something out and they'll be okay.
I will admit that about old Jimmy. He know how to get some blood out of stone and shit.
Yeah, look, I'll say this. Kansas City's done.
Yeah,
they're cooked. They're cooked.
I got relatives that live in.
Hey, they lost their best receiver. Travis Kelce took his own dude out.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say, Ken?
I was gonna say this. I got family that live in Kansas City and they Chiefs fans and shit. And I was talking to my cousin today, and he said, "Oh man, we're gonna be all right, man. We'll be back." I said, "Cuz I told you this years ago. When y'all start winning them goddamn championships, everybody gonna want to get paid. Y'all paid Mahomes $250 million for the next 10 years. And y'all never really fixed y'all defense. The only thing y'all really kept happy really on defense really is Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Y'all got no secondary. Y'all secondary is not what it was from years past.
It's cheeks.
You know what I'm saying? It's straight ass cheeks for real.
Cheeks, bro. They were getting cooked by fucking the
Boy,
Chargers.
the Chargers exposed their ass.
Justin Herbert was slicing and dicing.
Man, he carved them up. He carved them up like it was a Thanksgiving dinner and shit.
Well, he carved them bitches better than I do the Thanksgiving turkey.
He not only carved them, the motherfucker ran. Motherfucker was running. He was running, just running willies around their ass and shit.
Yeah, bro. Look, all Travis Kelce cares about right now. I'm gonna get paid this year from the NFL. I'm gonna marry a chick with no ass and is mid as fuck.
That looks like a rat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she mid as fuck with no ass, and it's like whatever, bro.
Black girls he had was good, man.
Oh, Kelce ex-girlfriend's bad as a motherfucker.
Well, I mean, I can say that. I ain't saying all that, but
she was fine as hell, bro.
She was a little
Look, all I know is this: that girl, she hurting right now. That's all I gotta say about that. She is hurting. She hurting because now she realized that that's the only top tier man she gonna ever have in her life. Like honestly, let's be real. And here's another thing I want to say to y'all real quick. I don't know if Parks is on here or on the live or on the chat or anything like that whatsoever. Did I not tell y'all what was gonna happen to fucking Joy Taylor and shit about a couple years ago?
Oh, what? She get ran through?
I told not only get ran through, but they gonna throw her to the streets.
She's for the streets. They should throw her to the streets.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They threw it out on her ass.
I mean, yeah.
No, reason why I'm saying this is this. Sports journalism at one point in time was really good.
Yeah, like when we was growing up, Chris Berman.
Yeah, it was good.
Boys.
Stuart Scott, John Saunders.
Stuart Scott was the man, dude.
Yeah, he was the man. Really.
Stuart Scott was that motherfucker right there.
He's the reason why I watch ESPN.
Exactly. I used to love waiting for Sports Center just so Stuart Scott could come on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, but yeah, no, it's all trash now. You believe they gave Skip Bayless another goddamn show?
Man, you know what? Skip Bayless, I'm gonna be honest with you with Skip Bayless. I stopped paying attention to that motherfucker. I don't know how long ago.
Yeah, that motherfucker's on another show.
Because he suck all that dick just to get the job.
I saw him on that deal with Netflix deal, which you guys had with the Cowboys.
What now?
Bayless right there. I was like, damn.
Skip Bayless was in the documentary. Yeah, because he used to cover the Cowboys back in the day.
I haven't even watched that shit yet.
Yeah, Skip Bayless covered them heavy back in the day.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all like this right now. Like, I already know pretty much what's gonna probably happen in that documentary anyway, because shit, I lived it.
Yeah.
Hell, Vet, you lived it too, because
it's going to be Jerry Jones costing the Cowboys like 4 straight rings because he's a cocksucker.
Yep.
He wanted all the credit for the team that Jimmy Johnson built. He wanted all the goddamn credit.
Trust me. I've been. I'm gonna tell you one game in particular that told me everything. Just looking back on it, told me everything that it was all it was gonna come crashing down because it was all lining up. So it was the Thanksgiving game against the Dolphins, the snow game, the Leon Lett blunder and shit, right? So during I think it was halftime or it was something with I think it was during halftime. They interviewed Jerry Jones or something like that about, getting more involved into the team, as far as player personnel and all that stuff like that, blah, blah. And there was some rumors, because remember also too, during that time, the NFL had announced that they awarded, they get ready to expand the league to 2 new teams. It was Jacksonville and it was Carolina. So the rumor came out about, I think Jimmy was saying something about, well, I don't know how true that is, but Jimmy said that he would take the job in Jacksonville because, Jimmy, he's a Florida guy.
Yeah.
So that's what that was. So I guess Jerry got pissed or whatever, but then he kind of like played it off or whatever, but he was seething. But anyway, it was during the Super Bowl. They did an interview together where they asked them two together, do you think that Jerry is is he a good, football guy? You think he can,
No.
General manager and stuff like that? He's like,
no, he's not.
He was like, well, this is what Jimmy said. Jimmy basically said, look, I appreciate Jerry's, his tips and this and that, whatever the case may be, but I've been at this thing for nearly 30 years, coaching and evaluating players and all these different things and stuff. I mean, I'm out there with the players. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was. And then also like after the season, they had the owners meeting. And that's when Jerry came up, I guess. He said like he had tried to have them do like a toast or something. And
right.
Yeah.
And I guess Jimmy was like, man, fuck this shit. So them two got into it, and next thing you know, they split up.
Yeah. I mean, look.
It's exactly. They talked about it right there, and because Ken Wizen, whatever his name was,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was your defense coordinator, right?
No, that was Dave Wannstedt.
Damn.
Oh.
Name,
No, not Dave Wannstedt. It was Bush Davis. I think it was. Yeah.
So,
but Dave Wannstedt was he was there because that's Jimmy's guy, because they coached together down in Miami.
Oh, okay.
So
he said it like this: Ken Wisenhunt, whatever his name was,
Dave Wannstedt.
Winstat, yeah, that fool said that. He goes, we were just all sitting there, and Jerry came up to us and toasted us, and they go to a Super Bowl, and everybody toasted their glasses up, and everybody looked at Jimmy, and he didn't even.
No, he didn't even look at Jerry.
Oh damn, that's what. Oh wow, so they actually told it.
Yeah, so Ken said like this. He said, "I knew it was over right then and there."
Yeah. See,
Mm-hmm.
Jerry. Yeah, I lived through that time too. But look, this is I because I hate the Cowboys so much and stuff like that, and me being a Niner fan, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it, I saw two totally different ends of this, because you got Jerry over here in Dallas chasing away a legendary coach who's winning championships.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Eddie DeBartolo in
Rebuilding the team
in San Francisco that won't let a legendary coach leave and fire himself.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know, after Bill Walsh's either his first or second season, because it wasn't a winning season, he wrote a letter to Eddie DeBartolo and said, "Sir, I'm sorry, we're not winning, and I'm just going to go ahead and quit." And Eddie D said, "Yeah, I'm not accepting this, and you're going to stay here as my head coach." And then he went on that run and just fucking built the championship, built a fucking dynasty that lasted for fucking 13, 14 years.
I seen that they were interviewing Charles Haley on that deal.
Man, don't that motherfucker. Y'all know the.
It's hilarious, bro. He goes like this. He goes, and I never thought I hate my ex team like that, man, but I did.
Okay, but do you guys know the real reason we traded Charles Haley?
Oh, I know why.
You know why?
Yeah, I know why.
He said in that documentary.
What's up?
No, I even knew it before this. Even the doc. It was an incident that. Go ahead,
it was a bunch of different little reasons. Well, not little, but there was a lot of reasons, and this came right out of Carmen Policy's mouth. He said that nobody wanted to trade him. Well, no shit. You don't trade a talent like that. But it got to a point with Charles that they had to trade him because violence was going to ensue. And there was also an incident where Charles Haley walked into Carmen Policy, who was our GM at the time, while Policy was sitting at the desk, whipped his shit out and pissed all over his desk and said, I want to be traded.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And then there was also a time we played the Raiders and we won the game 9-6. And for some reason, Charles Haley was pissed the fuck off and just started going off, put his hand through a glass window and all kinds of shit in the locker room. And so somebody had to go from our locker room.
To get Ronnie Lott.
Yep, go to the Raiders locker room and grab Ronnie Lott because Ronnie Lott was the only player that
calm him down.
Down.
Well, because if you think, the reason why it was like that also because the 49ers didn't want to re-sign Ronnie Lott. So he was pissed about that because, he looked up to Ronnie Lott.
Mm-hmm. That
was his man.
I know, I get that. But I mean, and just so everything added up at the same time, and the Niners ended up getting backed into a corner where they had to trade him, and they had two offers. It was Dallas and Minnesota, and they got a better offer from Dallas. That's the only reason he even went to Dallas. They didn't want to trade him there, but they got the better offer from Dallas, or else he would have been in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
we got a second and a fourth from Dallas, and I know Minnesota didn't offer that much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the reason why Minnesota didn't offer that much because they just got burned by us. But
yeah.
I think what happened was
they had no more draft picks left.
I'm gonna say this about that whole situation. Looking back on it, and I look at guys like Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Carmen Policy, and whoever and stuff, right? They all agreed and said that was the worst thing they could have ever done. I was you damn right. That was the worst thing y'all could have done.
Well, you're right, and like Carmen has said this. He's like, we didn't want to do this. He went to
it happened.
Yeah, he went to Eddie D and was telling him they didn't want to trade Charles because everybody in the organization knew what Charles was. He can change an entire fucking franchise by himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good this man was.
Yeah.
But the shit behind the scenes, it just got to a point where they had to get him out of that locker room.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done with Aaron Hernandez.
I don't think anybody knew he was a serial killer, though.
No, nobody didn't know.
No,
they knew he was rough. They knew he was rough around the edges, but they didn't know he was a serial killer like that.
No, they didn't know he was on that serial killer shit, bro.
When Wes Walker was on the team, somebody told Wes Walker, "Hey, just don't, whatever you see Aaron Hernandez do, just don't take it to heart, man. That's just the way he is." And they said when he would just get riled up and start punching people in the arm and shit like that, and do not rah-rah in the locker room and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's sad, man, because
you know what I just found out? So I guess T.O. was clowning on the playmaker, saying that the playmaker will never be at the level that T.O. was and stuff like that. And I'm like, T.O., that man won at every level. That man won in high school, a state championship, motherfucker won a national championship at the U.
Look, bro, as much as I love T.O. and what he did for us and everything like that, T.O. can't talk. The playmaker got 3 rings.
Exactly. There you go. And then you got to also remember, Michael Irvin wasn't just some regular wide receiver. He was a top tier wide receiver in the 90s.
You don't get the nickname the playmaker and have 3 Super Bowl rings for nothing.
Exactly. And he shows, I mean, the motherfucker, look, as much as, first of all, fuck you, Vet, for 94. That's why I want to say to this day, fuck you in the NFC Championship game.
You know what? Fuck you for 92, bitch. You motherfuckers wasn't supposed to win that one.
Right. No, but I'm gonna say it like I'm gonna say it like this on some real shit though. You gotta admit though, Michael was cooking in that NFC Championship game in '94. He was cooking.
Oh yeah, are you talking about the one?
He almost had like 200 receiving yards against y'all.
Yeah, you talk about the one play where he tried to say it was.
Yeah, that's why I want to get that out real quick. I want to get that out real quick.
Dion.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. But you know what though? Hey, it is what it is.
Hey, you know what? You can say fuck me all you want. Prime came to y'all the next year and got you a ring.
Yeah, we did. But you know what though? That was some good ass times though, bro. That was some good ass times.
That was good football back then.
Yes, it was.
See, your shit now is hella pussified.
For those 3 years, for those 3 fucking years that we played down in the championship game, the winner became Super Bowl champion.
Well, everybody and their mom knew that in those games that whoever wins this is an automatic champ.
But you see how we did the AFC though. You see how we beat the shit. Like first of all, we beat the Bills twice in a row, what we did, and then what y'all did to them damn Chargers.
Not just the Chargers, what we did to them Broncos of fucking '89.
I ain't talking about the '80s. I'm talking about our time, our era.
Yeah. Well, honestly, the Chargers shouldn't have even been in that Super Bowl. I don't even know how the fuck they made it all the way through the AFC. They shouldn't have been in that Super Bowl.
Well, can I give you 2 reasons?
Why?
Number one, you played Dan Marino, which motherfucker didn't have a run game. And then number 2, you played Neil O'Donnell.
Neil O'Donnell.
All I gotta say is this: Marino choked in big time games. He choked.
He used to play for Pittsburgh back in the day.
Neil O'Donnell, yeah.
We never played Pittsburgh in any Super Bowl.
No, they never did. We did. We played them 3 times.
Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't play Neil O'Donnell.
No. I'm talking about the Chargers. You was asking like how they got through the AFC that year.
Oh, so they beat Dan Marino and Neil O'Donnell. No, they beat they beat Joe Montana and the Chiefs too that year.
The Chargers. I'm talking about in the playoffs. I mean, the regular season is one thing.
No, they beat them in the playoffs.
No, they didn't, because the Chargers was the number 2 seed that year in the AFC.
Really?
Yep.
I could have sworn that they beat Joe and the Chargers and the Chiefs in the playoffs.
No. Dan Marino beat Joe and the Chiefs in the playoffs, and then Miami went to San Diego.
Oh, so you're saying Joe had to leave San Francisco for Dan to finally get revenge in the playoffs on him?
I guess so. I guess so. He finally got one on him. I mean, I'm surprised they ain't do a Diet Pepsi commercial years after that.
Yeah, it wasn't a ring off him, but whatever.
No.
But yeah, we was stomping out the AFC back then.
Bruh, it was 15 years like we was beating their ass.
Boy, we dropped 49 points on them. In '89, Denver rolled into that Super Bowl with the #1 defense in the NFL, and we dumped 55 on their motherfucking dome piece.
Well, y'all was a different team by that time, man, because I mean, look at the weapons y'all had at that time, man. Y'all had Rice.
You know, a lot of people, though, if you ask a lot of really old school Niner fans what the best 49er team is,
89.
No, a lot of them will say the 1984 team. That was the year before we got Jerry, because we went 15-1 that year.
I can see that, but I can see that.
For me, it's either that 89 team or that 94 team.
I'm gonna say
I gotta say that 89 team though, because Joe and Jerry and John Taylor is the wide receivers.
Tom Ravlin and Roger Craig, which he should be in the Hall of Fame.
He should. They're hating on
Hey,
that man.
yeah, Niners fans, I know y'all hear me, but yes, I agree. Roger Craig should be in the Hall of Fame. He was the first man in NFL history. The 1,000. Everybody talking about Marshall Faulk was this and that. I'm like, listen, Marshall Faulk was a great player, Hall of Famer. I give him that.
Go back and
Roger
watch.
Craig was that guy that got them tough yards and shit for your ass.
Yeah,
he can catch the ball.
Yeah, he catch like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that 89 team, and I still to this day say John Taylor is probably the most underrated wide receiver in NFL history.
Man, John Taylor was just the dude had sprinter speed.
Yeah, that guy had like 4.2, 4.3 speed. It's like he'd catch a ball and you'd never see his ass again.
I will say, wasn't it the same year, that year against the Rams on Monday night, he scored like 290+ yard touchdowns?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 290, 290+. Yeah.
No, that shit never happened before. I don't think it happened since.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think I've seen a game where receivers had 290+ yarders.
I mean, this dude, the one that he caught the slant across the middle, and he went across the middle. He caught it. He juked one guy, and he juked another. He broke the tackle, and that motherfucker got to the sideline. That motherfucker, he just turned the jet. He put the afterburners on.
Yeah,
I was like, God damn.
Yeah, John Taylor was a bad motherfucker.
No, he was cold. He was cold.
I don't care what nobody says.
John Taylor was cold.
See that, with guys like us, we could go back far enough because we can remember actually putting eyes on these dudes and watching them. But you'll have other people out there that may look up some shit, be like, well, his numbers say he sucked. I'm like, all right, dude. I go, you know why his numbers say he sucked? He had the greatest wide receiver ever on the other side of him.
I was gonna say the same thing about Alvin Harper because the same thing happened to him as well too. Because even I'm gonna tell you like this. This is why I think T.O. he's a dumbass sometimes. T.O. don't realize that T.O. don't realize that how important the run game was back in the day. When you got a guy like Emmitt Smith that can take so much pressure off your quarterback, your wide receivers, he make the offensive line look great.
Which is crazy because T.O. should have known how important the run game was, because if T.O. didn't block, he would have never even gotten the ball thrown his way.
Exactly.
That is how our system for decades has worked, because San Francisco at its core on offense, no matter who we bring in at our core, have never gone away from the Bill Walsh West Coast at its core offense,
that's our personality.
Which means if you're a wide receiver, the saying goes, no block, no rock. Sit your ass on the bench and we'll throw it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck who you are. That is how it is in this system. And it's still that way today. Any wide receivers we bring in or any we draft, if they're rookies and they show that they do not want to block, Kyle Shanahan will not play these motherfuckers.
No. Yeah, I mean that's the concept of the West Coast offense also, because like I said, it's one thing to catch passes, 5-yard passes and take it to the house or anything like that. But here's the thing though, you better know how to fucking put your mitts on a guy's jersey. That's all I gotta say.
Where did the West Coast offense originate?
In Cincinnati.
Oh, you do know that? Yeah,
I know. Yeah, it was on the Bill Walsh. He was the offensive coordinator for the Bengals.
Cincinnati was letting go of him.
Well, the reason why they went to that because the quarterback that they had at the time didn't have a strong arm. So what he was trying to do, he was trying to make it to a point where they can dump here and
let my receivers do the work.
Yeah, do the work exactly. So I'm gonna give him enough room to where he can get open and make the defense cover the entire every inch of the field.
Yep,
that's from sideline to sideline.
That's why instead of having a straight north and south offense, which are easy to cover and They get boring as shit real quick. Bill Walsh is like, okay, watch this. I'm going to go east and west, but I'm going to have concepts to go north and south when people aren't ready for it, and I'm going to bust their ass right over their head. But they got to run north. They got to run east and west all goddamn game, and they're going to be tired the fuck out.
And the reason why they called the West Coast offense was because Bill Walsh came from the West Coast, and then what happened was when Paul Brown
it was originally called something else, and when Bill
the
Walsh
Ohio Valley offense or something, I don't know what the fuck it was called.
It was like the Red River, some shit like that.
Ohio something. It was Ohio Valley. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he comes to us and he just called it the West Coast.
Yeah. Well, the reason why they called it the West Coast was because he came from the West Coast. Remember, he was coaching at Stanford. So he brought the same offense with him to Cincinnati.
He went back to coaching at Stanford after he retired with us.
Mm-hmm.
Because John Lynch played for him.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's a lot of history with. I mean, the coaching tree is on both sides. I mean, if you think about the West Coast offense, you think about Mike Holmgren, you think about Mike Shanahan.
And then look at all the branches. Like I'm talking right now, coaches right now, head coaches right now in the NFL. Look at all the branches that are off just the Mike Shanahan part of that tree.
Yep. But also too, you got to also remember this also as well. You got the Coryell offense is still around.
Yeah.
And we actually running it right now, to be honest with you. The only knock that the Chargers really. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the only knock that Coryell had in San Diego is that he had Chuck Muncie, but after a while and shit, Chuck Muncie, he was already burnt out from being in New Orleans. So if you would have had a running back that can take a little bit more pressure off of Dan Fouts, I think that team would have been even better as far as a balance, not only just a balanced offense, but they can strike you anytime because they had the receivers and they had a tight end that, if you think about Kellen Winslow right now, you look at the tight ends today, it's because of Kellen Winslow, period.
And guys like Shannon Sharp also.
Yeah, but what do you think? Well, yeah, that's true because, you're right. Because one thing about Shannon Sharp was this. He was a sawed-off wide receiver, but a sawed-off tight end. So he had a base for a tight end, but he can catch like a wide receiver.
Yep. And
he can block.
Being in that Shanahan offense, he had to block. There was no, you have to block.
It actually made him a better player.
It did, all around better, yes.
It made him a better player. I mean, it made him into a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, I know Shannon Sharp is what he is right now and always been, or whatever the case may be, but motherfucker he was.
Did you see that Michael Irvin? No, the Michael Irvin interview on the All the Smoke podcast?
No, I haven't even watched it. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I try to look at a couple of little snippets here and there, whatever the case may be, but bro, I just been working, man. Just trying to get a lot of stuff done and shit. You know what I mean? Plus I had just moved a couple months ago.
They had asked him.
Yeah, no, I haven't even watched it yet, but I'm gonna watch it though.
Yeah, they asked him, they said who as far, or no, they said who do you consider the greatest ever? And he's like, what sport? He goes, they're like football. He goes, oh, come on. He goes, Jerry Rice. He goes, I think he's the best football ever. He said, that's Jerry Rice. He said, that's Jesus at cleats. That's Jerry Rice. Michael Irvin said that's the only player he ever chased.
Yeah. Who didn't? Who didn't? I mean, who didn't? I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say Jerry Rice wasn't the greatest football player of all time in NFL history, because he was. And plus, the man lasted as long as he did. He played 20 years. and he got records that ain't gonna ever be touched again because the way the dude changed the art of wide receiving. He really did. He changed the art of it.
Yeah.
And if you look at the way everybody, like, if you look at, like, say for example, Jerry Rice wasn't the fastest guy. Jerry wasn't the strongest guy, but Jerry outworked you with his mind, but also he knew what to read in the coverages. He knew when to block. He knew when to take it to the house, or he knew when to get down. I mean, yeah, did Jerry Rice get clocked a lot of times and shit going across the middle? Yeah, he did.
The crazy thing is, in a 20-year career, he only had one serious injury.
That's it. And that was that was back in 97. I remember that.
Yeah. And then he came back too early, because I remember we was playing Denver when he came back. And he caught a touchdown, his knee hit the ground, and he re-injured himself because he came back too early. I remember that play like a motherfucker.
I mean, this guy played.
I was so hyped. I was so happy. Jerry's back, the man, the beast, and then bang! I'm like, oh, you fucking kidding me?
You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy is that Tom Brady did something that Jerry Rice did also. That man played in a Super Bowl in 3 different decades. He played in the 80s, he played in the 90s, and he played in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I mean, Brady did the same thing in the 2000s, 2010s, and in the 2020s.
Yep.
So that's a rare feat.
Ben, why would Niner fans be MIA this year? We got the weakest schedule in the NFL.
I don't know, man.
The absolute weakest schedule in the NFL.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna say I know it all, because I don't. But I'm gonna say it like this: I think the excitement is not as high what it was a couple years ago.
I'm still mad excited.
I mean, I know you are, but
I'm excited every goddamn year football comes around.
No,
it's like Christmas for me, boy.
No, I ain't saying. I'm not saying you. I know you excited, but what I'm saying is that, you like it's gotta suck to lose 2 Super Bowls in 5 years.
Yeah, just enjoy Chip Kelly calling plays. I'm telling you right now, that shit's gonna implode like a motherfucker. Chip Kelly is garbage.
I was saying, wait a minute, where's Chip Kelly at now?
He is the offensive coordinator for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh God.
He's out there with Cheat Carroll.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep.
Two old runts and shit. Still think they got it.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna be last place in the division.
I'm telling you, you're gonna get tired of his motherfucking play calling. His shit just gets annoying as hell.
Mm-hmm.
He don't get off that college shit. It gets annoying watching. It's like, bro, this is the NFL. Stop.
Why do you think he got ran out of the NFL twice?
I know. Because
that's what I'm saying. Sucked. Like that shit. That's almost like Josh Daniels and shit. Him getting hired by 2 NFL teams, the Broncos in the same division, the Broncos and the Raiders, and you got fired from both halfway through whatever season that it was in that you got fired.
And then he went crawling on his knees begging for a job back in New England again.
Man, that shit ain't gonna. Man, Tom Brady ain't there no more.
No, Tom Brady ain't there no more. But I do believe Josh McDaniel is the OC in New England again.
Man, listen.
I think I would have to ask Parks on that to be 100% sure, but I think McDaniel's back in New England as the OC.
Well, I don't think it's gonna really make a difference, to be honest with you, because I think New England they gonna be out for a minute.
You think so?
I think they're gonna be out for at least a couple more years until they might make the playoffs in the next couple years. But you gotta also remember, you still got Miami, you still got them damn Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
and we already know the Jets is they bottom dwellers anyway.
And
So
the Jets ain't going to do nothing until they really invest in a quarterback. Justin Fields ain't it, bro.
well, the AFL ain't coming back, so that's gonna continue.
Justin Fields ain't it. The man can't see the field good enough, and he can't read a defense fast enough to process.
And he can't stay healthy either.
That either. I mean, his running's only going to get him so fucking far. Justin Fields is
That's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. I mean, look, everybody raves about Jalen Hurts. Go back and look at his numbers last year. This man didn't even throw for 3,000 yards.
I know.
He got carried on the back of Saquon.
He got carried off the back of Saquon and the defense of the Eagles. That's where he got carried.
Saquon backpacked that man.
I wouldn't have gave, I'm going to be honest with you, I would have gave somebody on that Eagles defense the MVP of that Super Bowl because Jalen Hurts wasn't, he was pedestrian. Let's be real.
I mean,
he was pedestrian.
He was.
And then you got to also remember the way the defense was playing in that game. Dude, the defense was playing lights the fuck out in that game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They even got a pick six by a rookie.
Okay, now I think this year, because of the deficiencies that the Eagles have on defense, there's going to be more than one game that's going to come down to Jalen Hurts is going to have to make the throws to win that game, and we'll see if he can do it. We'll see if
this is why I said they built the team around him, and that's what you should do. You know, you do that for your star quarterback to make sure he got some type of. And I understand. I get it. I totally understand. However, it's gonna come a time. We just proved in this game that Jalen Hurts is only good for maybe one, maybe possibly two deep throws a game. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what you gotta do with him, all you gotta do is keep a smile on his ass. That's all you gotta really do. And then make him make those tight window throws and stuff. And then you gotta also remember AJ Brown and Devontae Smith only had 2 catches for less than 30 yards apiece. Combined.
You want to know the best way to play Jalen Hurts as far as how a rush plan should be is when we played him 2 years ago, bust they ass 42-19. If you watch that game, we weren't sending a lot of pressure. We only rushed with 4, and I mean we didn't get ended up getting a lot of pressure that game, like 25 pressures. But the way we did it was we only used our front 4, and it looked like there was a lot of time that he had to throw. But now we got all 7, even our linebackers, all the way back in coverage. And then on a lot of plays, we dropped 6 in coverage and leave Fred Warner in to spy him in the middle. And you just basically keep him boxed in. And if he tries to run out straight, now you got a linebacker there waiting for him.
Also, I was gonna say another thing you can really do as well too. So if they're gonna line up in a 2 wide receiver set, right? And they want to stack it tight. This is what you do. You put 8 or 9 guys in the fucking box. That's what you can do. And see and make him, because you gotta remember somebody's gonna get free. Either one guy or possibly 2 guys. And if Kenny Clark if he's creating holes for those guys to get through to get to Jalen Hurts, then what?
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. No, I get what you're saying, but like I said,
no, but I hear what you. What y'all did to him a couple years ago, that was textbook.
Yeah, just from what I saw, like I said, from what I saw just week 1 against Dallas, I really, if I was a Philly fan, I'd be concerned. And Philly is showing you they're concerned because they went out and signed old ass end of his career Zadarius Smith.
That told me everything right there.
Yep.
That told me everything when I saw that.
Oh shit, we have no pass rushers.
when I saw they did that, when they signed him on Friday, I was like, oh man, we got these motherfuckers shook right now.
Yeah, they got no pass rush on the
they
edges.
ain't gonna have one. They ain't gonna have one for a while.
And the whole middle of that defense is garbage without Jalen Carter. Carter ain't in there, they're fucking trash.
Yep.
So,
but like I said,
and that's not me. I don't live off PFF. I'm not one of these guys that quotes PFF. I don't do all this stupid all 22 bullshit because I don't need it. I watch the game and I see it with my eyes and I'm like, oh, there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you watch football long enough, you can look at this shit and see it. You know, you don't got to be one of these armchair GMs or one of these content creators that thinks they know more, that thinks they know more football than the actual professionals that are doing it.
It's basic football, bro. It's basic football. On it, it's just a little twist here, a little twist there, exotic plays, whatever you want to call it. It's just all about being disciplined and being better at your craft also.
Yeah.
Because if anything, this is why I say Kenny Clark really solidified us on the defensive line going forward, because now that, you know, Mozzie Smith is pretty much about to be out of a job, and, you know, you got Kenny Clark. You got to remember, this man played 17 games last year with a fucked up foot. He didn't miss a game.
Yeah, he's durable.
They was having problems with him the other night. They was having problems with him the other night.
Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, everybody knew that. And like I said, even with him, he was the main run stopper in the middle for Green Bay. But even with him there wasn't enough around him. And Green Bay was still struggling stopping the run with Kenny Clark. So what they do is they trade away their best run stopper to get a fucking person that can't even sniff stopping the run. Really? The book is out on Micah Parsons. Unless he changes his game and does more shit and quits being a one-trick pony,
he ain't gonna change.
No, he won't. But the book is out on him.
Oh, it's been out on him. It's been out on him for the last. Bro, look, I'm tell you like
all he wanted was his money and do his podcast, and that's it.
That's it.
Right? No, fuck that.
And like I said to anyone, like I was when the trade happened, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch Facebook. I'm gonna see what these motherfuckers got to say. A lot of these Cowboy fans up here saying, "What the fuck we doing?" I'm like, I'm just sitting up here. I'm just laughing because I'm like, y'all don't understand what's going on.
That's okay. Just fucking this whole goddamn week, just because Christian McCaffrey's name came up as limited on the injury motherfucking report, I've been listening to goddamn Niner fans fucking damn near jump off the Golden Gate fucking bridge this week. I'm like, wait, it says limited. And then the Niners have already come out and said Christian's playing Sunday. So
they already said.
Yeah, it's like, and not just that, not only did they say it, but the actions because they brought two guys up from the practice squad. We brought up a wide receiver and our linebacker, special teams gunner as linebacker. Okay, the two guys we got behind CMC right now are Brian Robinson and Isaac Guerrero. And Isaac Guerrero has had a hurt shoulder, so I don't know how much play he would get. And if that's the case, and CMC wasn't playing, why don't we bring up a running back?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say this. I was reading what Raider Ben just said. He said, what's Shanahan's record as primary play caller in all the three Super Bowls?
It's 0-3 because Kyle was not the head coach of the first Super Bowl. That record goes on motherfucking Dan Quinn. Because he's the head coach. The
He was a head coach,
gets
right?
credit for the wins and losses. And what are you talking about? Primary play caller. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was Dan Quinn the defensive play caller for that goddamn Super Bowl?
Yeah, he was.
So was
He
it
was.
Dan Quinn's defense that fucked that off?
Well, actually, the offense fucked it up because I'm gonna tell you why. Because
What had happened is,
it was
and look, everybody's saying it was a bad play call to call that passing play. Possibly. But, well, no, yeah, Kyle should have changed that play because
he should have changed the formation.
Well, when his main running back got hurt, the only one that knew how to pass block, you shouldn't have called that play.
Well, he should have. Well, if
the other running back was going to get eaten up.
Right. Well, what he should have did was he should have had him as he's on block, but he should have had him bouncy outside because that was nobody out there where he could have got him an easy 5-6 yards on the catch and play.
And then keep the clock running. Oh no, I get it, but it's kind of as annoying as when Purdy got his elbow hurt in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
We had a backup tight end blocking Hassan Reddick. I'm like, why not have George Kittle doing that? Because the play we had called wasn't even for George Kittle. The play we called was going to be a pass play down the field for Brandon Ayuk, and he was open because he had just beaten the DB. And Hassan Reddick came around the edge and smoked the backup fucking tight end. I'm like, whatever. It is whatever. I don't give a shit. But the Niners have won way more anything than the motherfucking Raiders ever will.
That's true.
One more games, one more Super Bowl, one more any fucking thing. So enjoy your humble pie this year. Like I said, we got the easiest schedule in the league. We're gonna win at the least. Our floor is 10 games. Our floor is 10.
In that note, hey fam, it's after 2 over here. I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it was good. Hey, it's good talking to you again, bro.
Yeah, you too.
All right now.